What's going on, y'all? It's Johnny J, and I'm back at it again with another video. To be more specific, another Berserk video. So I finished the original 1997 series of Berserk, episodes 1 all the way down to 25, if I'm not mistaken. And a lot of you guys was like, yo, go check out the films, go check out the films, go check out the films. So I was like, cool, I'll go check out the films in due time. I wasn't going to do it back to back with Berserk. I already wanted to kind of start a new series. So that's Vinland Saga. Go and check that out. I'm going to do the same thing I did with Berserk. Go all the way from episode 1 all the way down to, I think they have 24 episodes. So if you are into that, go and check that out. If you're kind of not into it, just check it out just to see if you will like it. So just so you know. But anyways, this right here is Berserk, the Golden Age Arc 1, the Egg of the King. If I'm not mistaken, this does pretty much, I guess you could say it's just like it's like a remake. It does copy what happened in the original series that I watched. So a lot of it will be very similar to the start of the series, but it's 3 films, so I was like, man, let me just kill them all off 1 through 3 instead of just jumping straight to 3, because a lot of you guys was like, yo, just go check out 3, just go check out 3. 3 is the main one you need to watch. But I was like, you know what, let me just watch all of them. So here it is. That was a lot of talking. The Egg of the King, Berserk. Let's go.
Come on, men! Show no mercy! Gouge out their eyes! Pull out their innards! We'll feed them to the pigs later! Huh?
Yeah, it's something I really do like about this. They're showing more about the war, about what happened at the beginning, like Guts' first war before he joined up with the Hawks. Oh yeah, you see the crack. I remember that he knocked his helmet off. That's when he got him though. Ooh.
Now, their morale is broken. Charge!
That guy's really something. I wonder what mercenary band he's with.
Oh, here we go. Ooh, got him.
I find you fascinating. That's why I want you to join us. Guts, I will need your assistance with something. Something which is most precious to me. I will have my own kingdom.
3 years later. Here we go. Dang, and he flew.
What? He killed your again.
Tell me, who leads this man? I believe he is called Griffith. Griffith.
Why didn't you report to me sooner?
You see, someone talked about checking out some treasure deep inside the castle.
Oh, this is the what's his name, Zod?
Quiet until the screaming started, and no one came back.
To fight an opponent like you. This is what I've been waiting for. I have soldiered on for 300 years to meet someone like you. mind of the king. When this man's ambition crumbles, is when you will face your death. A death you can never escape.
I don't get it. What does it mean?
Griffin! Speak to me!
Griffith! Are you alright?
Keep away! This is all your fault.
It was because of that thing around your neck. Nosferatu saw it. He took off as soon as he recognized that thing. Oh.
Do you dislike hunting?
This is where Griffith gets shot. But they didn't show the lead up to.
Whoa! 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 Jeez. Have you injured yourself, my lady?
Griffin!
He about to get shot.
Over here! I'm fine. Thanks to this, the arrow never pierced my flesh.
It's the egg of the king. You want me to kill a man? No.
The man presently next in line to the
Okay, now they're showing that
the
scene.
general of the White Dragon Knights. This
Okay,
arrow
that's
is
interesting.
a unique poison. One his family alone has employed for generations.
Intruder!
R.I.P.
What a lovely night, and such a nice breeze, too. I'm sure your friends are equally fascinated by you. I'm certain that's what attracts them to you.
They are my soldiers, and they will follow me into the jaws of death for the sake of my dream. But it doesn't make them my friends. For me to call a man my friend, he must be my equal in every respect.
That's when they hate guts.
Whatever's the matter? Something terrible has happened. It pains me to tell you, but your uncle, the Count, has been murdered. His Majesty ordered you to return
This
to the
dude here, he like,
Guards will
yes.
be here to escort
He
you
got that. He got that look
Please,
like,
let the rest of the
yeah,
princess.
he did it.
But we have to go.
Well, y'all, that right there is the end of Arc 1, The Egg of the King. It pretty much was just a reiteration of what occurred on the first half of Berserk that I saw. And it was dope because a lot of the scenes were a little bit more in detail. Like the beginning scene with the whole fighting, that was much more in detail as opposed to what actually happened in the series. Also, the end was more in detail with what happened in the series. Like the end, it showed Casca's reaction to the news that was given to the princess and to Griffith about the Count's death, and then it showed her face looking at Guts as he walks off, implying that she's kind of connected the pieces that maybe Guts is responsible for the Count's death, because I don't remember them doing that in the actual series. So that was pretty cool to watch. I thought the animation would be annoying to me, but I thought it was pretty cool. The animation is very reminiscent of this other anime series called Ajin. It's also a Netflix series that I saw like the first season. I saw some of the second season, but I didn't finish all of it. But very, very reminiscent of that. So maybe that's how Netflix does their anime. But I digress. Let's get back into this Berserk series. It was certain parts too that was kind of cut out, and I I kind of understand why they cut it out, but then at the same time, I feel like it was important parts, like the part where the Count conspires to take down Griffith. I felt like that whole scene right there was kind of just brushed over. Like in the series, a little bit, it was a little bit more in depth with that scene, and it showed a little bit more and more of the Count being jealous of Griffith, which ultimately led to him trying to take out Griffith. In this one, it just jumps to the Count hiring the guy to shoot Griffith with that poison arrow, and even that part was kind of like cut out too, where the Count is telling the guy, all right, look, these are the arrows, it has a special poison, and that whole part was cut out. So I wonder why they cut that part out. I mean, it seemed like an important part, you know, at least to me. Yeah, but overall it was really good, because it was very much on par with what happened in the actual, 1997 series. I think it was more realistic as far as some of the bloody scenes, like where someone gets chopped up. It was much more like realistic as far as not being so over the top exaggerated as it was in the original series. So I thought that was pretty cool. What I also like too is that since I saw the original 1997 series, and I'm kind of going back, and it's kind of like me rewatching it. So what I like too is that it was so many pieces in this series so far that you wouldn't foreshadow what was to occur. So like since I watched the entire 1997 series, it's certain things that was said and shown that I'm like, oh, this foreshadows this. Like for example, when Guts and Griffith first fight, and Guts makes the statement, Griffith, he makes the statement that he gets what he wants. He always gets what he wants, and then that kind of goes into what's going to happen towards the end of, at least what happened toward the end of the 1997 series, where Griffith pretty much just sold everybody out just to accomplish or get closer to accomplishing his dream of owning his own kingdom. And then also another part that kind of foreshadowed what was to occur was the part after the battle between Griffith and Guts is having all these flashbacks of him growing up and his relationship with his quote-unquote father, and they're showing his father more so as a demon, because he treated him so poorly. But then also you can look at it like in the series later on, Guts, he gets confronted with demons from Zod to even when they go to hell, and he encounters all those demons. And then also when he gets that mark stamped on him, and then after that he has this connection to demons. So I thought that was pretty interesting, and I would not have caught that if it was my first time watching it. But since I've seen the entire series, I'm going back and I'm like, oh, I can pick this, I can pick this, I can pick this. So I think that's pretty interesting, and I'm really interested to see other scenes in the next two movies that foreshadow what's to occur later on in the series or even in the manga, because it was certain parts that were cut out from the anime series that were in the manga. Because watching the 97 series all the way through, certain parts where I was like, wait, this question wasn't answered, this question wasn't answered. So I thought that was dope. And then also too, they didn't go over episode 1 in this. Like they jumped straight to episode 2 and went all the way down. Because in episode 1 is pretty much, I guess, I wouldn't say the end, but it's an end point where Guts is, in the point where he already moved past the Hawks, or the Hawks are pretty much gone. Griffith, he already, I guess you could say, sold his soul. Guts lost his eye, his arm. He has a replacement. He's at that point. and they didn't have that in this series. So I guess they just are really starting in chronological order. So that's interesting to watch. And you know, I also saw, if you didn't see my channel, there's a video I had reacted to that was like Berserk Explained, and it shows like kind of like a timeline of what actually occurred. So I want to see how much of that is thrown into this as well, especially the last one, the last movie, because a lot of you guys was like, yo, watch the last one, watch the last one. So I'm really waiting for that last one, because I feel like the last one's going to fill in a lot of blanks and add a little bit more to the story. Like even me looking at the thumbnail for the last one, from what I've gathered, that's the Skull Knight, and I really want to know more about that character. So I'm very, very interested to see what is next for the series, even though I kind of already know what's next based on the, you know, the original series that I watched. But I really want to see what other details they add, or even details they take out, and even parts they foreshadow when it comes to what's going to happen to the characters of Guts, Griffith, Casca, you know, the main squad. But anyways, these are my thoughts. Tell me you guys' thoughts down below in the comment section. Make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, follow me on my social media sites, links, description box down below. Two more movies left. And after these 2 more movies, is there any more Berserk stuff you guys want me to watch? Comment that down below as well. Like I said, I'm watching Vinland Saga, so definitely check those watch with me / reactions out as well. And if there are any more anime series that are pretty short, just like Berserk or Vinland Saga are, throw that down below and I would love to watch those next. But anyways, this is Johnny J, and I am